Hi, welcome to a Vinyasa practice. My name is Kailey. I'm joined, I guess, today by my little furry coworker, Sasha here. When you're ready, you can meet me in a seated position. Today's class, we're going to start with a little bit of upper body warm up. We'll be focusing a lot on the lower body. That said, bringing some awareness into your upper body, into your chest, your shoulders, your neck, your arms, is only going to make the rest of the practice that much more integrated and impactful. So when you're ready, join me in a seat. Let's take a couple of rounds of breath. You can keep the eyes open, softly turn your gaze down, or close your eyelids altogether. As you settle into your space, notice any sounds that you might be sharing the space with outside of the video. Notice the points where your body is connected to your mat, that surface beneath you. See if you can drop into that a little bit and use it as a foundation, a really stable foundation, so that you can find even more length in your spine, finding that really nice neutral spine without straining, lifting the crown of the head up, feeling the chest gently open. Let's take one more deep breath here. Fill your belly. Let your ribs stretch out as your lungs fill. Sip in a little bit more air at the top. And then open mouth, exhale. If your eyes are closed, you can blink them open. Keep your left hand on your left knee. Bring your right elbow out to the side and then twist to the right. Little bit of spinal extension here. Feel your right shoulder blade plug onto the back of your ribs and hug toward midline. So we're activating those muscles between the shoulders, behind the heart. Take a breath in. As you exhale, thread your right arm underneath, catch your left hip or the left side of your waist. Feel the right shoulder blade move away from your spine. So round the back here, you might even tuck the tailbone a little bit. We'll do that a few times. Inhale, elbow lifts, rotate, little spinal extension. Exhale, round it in like you're threading the needle here. 3 more big breaths. Looking for shoulder movement. Not forcing this range of motion, but really warming up all of those muscles in the right side of your upper body. The next time your right hand is over to the left, pause. Maybe you find a tiny tuck of the tailbone. Take 2 deep breaths, letting the inhales create a little bit more space in the right side of your ribs, through the back body. And as you exhale, staying in that stretch. And one more big breath here. Big breath out, and then come up through a tall spine with your elbows bent. Keep the spine neutral, just little mini rotations. Draw in through the abdominals, to the sides of the waist, through the low belly. You can start to check in with what you need from your practice. I'm realizing I'm pretty close to the wall back here. What you need from your practice today, how your body is feeling. The next time you come through center, bring your right hand down, keep that left elbow lifted, right hand, right knee. Shrug your left shoulder blade down your back, pull it toward midline, big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, round into it. Maybe you find a tiny tuck of the chin. 3 more times. Breathing in to open and rotate. Breathing out to kind of curl in, stretch to the left side of your upper back. 2 more. All right, how's your body feeling? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling energized? Are you feeling somewhere in between? Just making a mental note. Come back to that rounded position. Hold 2 big breaths. Find space in the upper back and shoulders. One more long inhale. Long exhale, and then lift up through center. Bring your arms out to a T. Pull the shoulder blades together, but keep your spine relatively straight, neutral spine, so we're not arching here. Then bring your hands toward your heart and stretch it out toward midline. So feel the movement of the shoulder blade. Just see if you can try and keep the ribs and the rest of your spine still. So it's really just isolating this movement of the shoulders. The more mobility we have in the shoulders, the better the breath ends up being, right? The more connected we are to the spine, the thoracic spine in particular. We're gonna go ahead and take seated cat-cow. Go ahead and open the chest, tip the chin up. So now we're mobilizing the ribs and the spine. And then exhale, give yourself a hug, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Inhale, open, arch your back, maybe the chin lifts up. Exhale, close, round it in. 3 more, breathing in, find that extension and space in the front, breathing out, rounding in, opening up the back. 2 more times. Really committing to taking excellent care of your body today on your mat. And then when you're ready, meet me in downward facing dog. So arms are probably nice and warmed up. Take a moment to pedal out your feet or to give your hips a little shrug side to side. So that commitment to taking care of yourself might mean that you take different versions of some of these shapes today. It might mean that you slow things down a little bit. It might mean that you add a chaturanga in or a crow pose. All good. The goal, the ultimate goal, is to move in a way that feels aligned for your energy today. When you're ready, kick your right leg back behind you, keep the right leg straight and circle your right ankle. Switch the direction of those ankle circles, warming up through your foot. Bend your right knee, open the hip, and then circle the right knee. Find some space in your right hip. Maybe you get a little snap, crackle, pop in the joints there. Switch the direction of those knee circles. Find some satisfying movement in your right hip socket. Kick your right leg back. Big breath in. Step your right foot forward. Find standing splits. We're going to load the weight into the right foot. Go for about a 90-degree angle in your standing splits. We're still warming up. No need to kick that left leg toward the ceiling. Instead of working toward a straight line, find that stretch in the hamstring. Stay here. One more long inhale. We're going to step to warrior 1. Left foot steps back. Pivot the heel down. Reach your arms up. Drop into your lunge. Just for a moment here, warming up the quads. And then bring your hands to your heart. Lower your left knee down. Shoulders over the hips. Reach your arms up. Breathe in. Half split here, Vinyasa, stretching out through your right leg. A couple rounds of breath. So you've got a nice kind of mobility-based warm-up before we get going. Today's class has a lot of balance work in it. And again, a lot of lower body. That said, see if you can continue to find a lot of alignment in your spine. It's going to help with energy management, with management of your prana. Rebend the front knee, dragonfly twist. Walk your right foot over to the right a little bit. Press the left hand down into the mat. Left knee lifts up, and then we're working to find a straight line between the shoulders and the wrists. And that might just be energetic, right? Connecting those points, both wrists and both shoulders, with an energetic line here. Shift your weight forward. Bring your right hand inside of your right foot. Maybe you lift your hips. We're going to step to malasana. Left foot takes a big step. Bring your hands to your heart. Drop your hips down. It feels good to find a little bit of movement side to side here. From malasana, round your spine a little bit. Maybe you reach the arms forward. We're actually going to take this into some core work. Drop your butt down, bring your hands back behind you and extend your legs. So you can tip the fingers back behind you, or if you want a little bit more, take the arms forward. I'm going to keep my hands here for today. Tap your right toes down, maybe just the right big toe, and then re-extend. Tap your left toes down, re-extend. Both toes tap, both legs lift. That's our pattern. Right toes, left toes, both legs. Keep going, just a few more rounds, really pulling in through the low belly. Option to stay here. Ooh, already getting spicy today. I'm losing that pattern here, or reach your arms up. Just here for 10, 9, 8, 7, find a pace that feels satisfying. Last 5, 4, that means you don't have to be even with me. 2 and 1, downward facing dog. Cross your ankles, plant your hands, step your feet back. 2 big breaths here. Set your eyes to one spot. Left leg lifts, keep the legs straight. Circle your left ankle. Switch the direction of those ankle circles. Really move through your foot, find some space there. Bend your left knee circles. See if you can smooth this movement out. You could make a smaller circle, switch direction. If there's any points in this rotation that feel kind of clicky or clunky, just smooth it out as best as you can. Left leg goes back, big breath in. Step your left foot forward, standing splits. Find that right angle between your legs. Maybe a soft bend or a big bend in your left knee to protect the joint space, to give you a little bit more access to finding a nice neutral pelvis. Breathe in. Step the right foot back, warrior 1. Send the right heel down, reach your arms up. Use your feet to steer your hips toward the front. Reach up a little higher through the ribs, through the arms, through the fingers. Breathe in. Hands to your heart, back knee to the mat as you breathe in. Reach your arms up again. Inhale, find some space. And then Malasana, straightening out the left leg just until the left back thigh feels some lengthening. My left leg has a little bit less range of motion than the right. And as best as you can, if you notice any kind of asymmetries like that in your body, find a way to honor them. We're not here trying to fix anything, just trying to appreciate whatever natural range of motion is available for today. And trust that showing up as you are and letting the practice unfold is enough. So to rebend the front knee, bring the right hand down under right shoulder, dragonfly twist. Left arm comes up this time. Get real strong through your back leg and then breathe in a way that lets you find some more space in your spine here. Tailbone reaching back, left sit bone stretching back in space behind you as the crown of the head pulls forward. Stay here, breathe in. And then malasana, shift the weight forward, lift your butt, bring your right foot outside of the right fingers, hands to your heart. Let your eyes soften onto the tips of your fingers or even close down. Press your elbows into your knees, breathe in. Stay here, exhale, press knees into elbows. Maybe you sit a little taller in your spine. And one more big breath in. And then fold forward. Pivot the toes so they're facing the front of the mat. Heel to the feet a little closer together if you want. Catch the crooks of your opposite elbows for ragdoll. Find some ease here in your body. Maybe you shift your weight side to side. You may even play with shifting the weight slowly forward and backward, kind of gripping the mat with your toes when you shift forward. Keep the heels down. So we're just playing with balance. And release the fingers down, heel to the feet a little closer together. Slide your palms to your shins as you find a halfway stretch. Take a breath in. Open mouth forward fold on your exhale. One more like that, halfway stretch. Lengthen the spine, fill the lungs. Open mouth, forward fold. Take your time, go all the way up to standing, reaching your arms up, pressing your feet down, and then bring your hands to your heart. Surya Namaskar A, we'll do 3 rounds here, nice and simple. Reach up, breath in, bow forward, breath out. I'll cue 1 together. Lift up halfway on the inhale. Plant the hands, step back to high push-up, rock forward. Choose if you're going to lower all the way or halfway down. Cobra or up dog. Finish your stretch, finish your breath. And then downward facing dog. Set your eyes to one spot. Breathe here. So we'll take 2 more of those. Feel free to take this into your own hands. I'll get us to the top. Lift your heels, look forward. Empty the air, step, walk, or hop between your thumbs. Halfway stretch. Breathe in. Fold forward and breathe out. Rise all the way up. Push your feet into your mat as you reach. Bring your hands to your heart. Go ahead and keep going through this warm-up. If you feel the urge to speed up or slow down, play around with that a little bit. Be intentional about your movements. Remember that commitment to take care of yourself. Whatever that looks like, whatever that means for today. When you get to down dog, pause for 1 or 2 or 3 breaths. And then take 1 more full round of Surya Namaskar. Let this one be a little bit smoother than the last. Really syncing up with your breath. I was talking to a friend who's a mom and doesn't have a ton of time on her hands these days. And she was saying that she did just like 3 rounds of a sun salutation the other day and realized like how very good this can feel. So if you are someone who practices regularly, try not to take it for granted. When you get to down dog, stay there this time. We'll meet in 3-legged dog. Right leg comes up, big breath in. Step your right foot forward, find standing splits again. Inhale, just for a moment here. We're gonna step to warrior 2 on the exhale. Big step with your left foot to the back, open the arms. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. And then root down through the base of your right big toe. Push your feet into the mat as if you were trying to lengthen your mat out between your feet. Turn your palms the same direction as your chest. Little bend in the elbows, feel the shoulders plug in toward your spine here. Stay here, breathe in. We're gonna pivot that back heel up. Find an open arm crescent twist. So you're twisting toward the right, twisting toward that front bent leg. Reach the crown of the head up as you drop your tailbone down. Neutral pelvis, maybe you bend that back knee a little bit. Ready, keep this twist to the right. Left arm comes up, right hand comes down. Maybe you catch somewhere on the outside of the left leg. You can also bring that right hand to your lower back, find a little self-adjustment there. That actually feels really good today. It brings some awareness into my core for me. Stay here, breathe in. If you want, you look up. Circle your hands to the mat, step back and flow through your vinyasa. You can always skip this vinyasa part. We'll meet in downward facing dog. You can always add an extra chaturanga in. Left leg lifts on an inhale. Step forward as you exhale, standing splits here, breathe in. And then big step to the back with your right foot, warrior 2 on the breath out. Set your eyes to one spot, soften the muscles in your face, and then plug into your feet like you're trying to tug the mat longer underneath you. Flip the palms the same direction as your chest. Pull the arms back a little bit, breathe in, and then rotate on that back heel, open arm crescent twist. You're real strong in that back leg. Even if you bend the knee a little bit, sometimes that actually gives you a little bit more access to strengthen the muscles back there. Right arm comes up, left hand comes down, either to the small of your back or the outside of your right leg somewhere. If you feel like you need that challenge to your balance, keep the eyes up, look toward your right thumb, breathe in. Circle your hands, step back and flow through your vinyasa. Nice long inhale, cobra or up dog. If you want, add chaturanga on the exhale and then take it to downward facing dog. Oof. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, relax your jaw, let it go. Right leg high on the in-breath. Step forward on the out-breath, standing split just for your inhale. Step back, warrior two as you exhale. Open the palms, open the heart, breathe in. Revolved crescent twist as you breathe out. We're gonna add on. Reach the left arm up on the inhale. This time find revolved balancing half moon. So the left hand's gonna come down. Left leg lifts up, right arm lifts up. Put a bend in your right knee and then try and squeeze the inner thighs toward one another. Mula bandha, so we're lifting through the pelvic floor. Great place for a block underneath your left hand. You can also hover that left hand, trying to bring your ribs more in line with your pelvis. Breathe in. Find a Shiva squat. Bend your left knee, bring it into your right calf. You can tent the fingers. You can grab a block for underneath your hands, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Push into your right foot. The deeper you bend your right knee, the tougher this is. Pull your belly away from your front thigh. Airplane pose, press back through the left leg. Reach forward through the crown of the head. Draw the floating ribs in, abdominals hug in toward midline. Bringing some of that sense of stability into the lower back, the back of the pelvis. From airplane, step your left foot back, reverse warrior, lift your front heel if you can. A little bit more into that back leg, breath in, cartwheel your hands to the mat, step it back and flow through your vinyasa. Remember, you have the option to just step to down dog. You have the option to add chaturanga. Probably won't catch me doing that again today. Make this practice your own. Left leg lifts, breathe in. Step forward, breathe out, standing split, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Open the arms, fill the lungs. Open arm crescent, twist to the left as you empty. Revolved crescent, breathe in. Revolved half moon, right hand down, right leg up. Lift the left arm. Deep, deep breaths. Set your eyes to one spot, maybe toward the left side of your room. If it feels great in your neck, doesn't feel great in mine, but if it feels great in your neck, you can take your eyeballs up toward your left thumb. Shiva squat, bend into your back knee, bring that right knee to your left calf, hands to your heart, hands on blocks. Do what makes the most sense, what helps you feel the most connected to your body, to this pose. Airplane, press through your front foot, lift that left leg or right leg back rather, and then shrug the shoulders onto the back of your ribs. Kind of as if you were trying to hold the number 2 pencil parallel to your spine, right between the shoulder blades. All right, reverse warrior, big step back, open the left arm, lift the left heel. Inhale deeply, circle your hands to the top, step it back, and flow. So we're gonna change up a little bit. We'll keep the sequence the same. Mostly we're just adding on to the end. Right leg high, big breath in. Step forward as you empty, standing split, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Stay here, breathe in. Open arm crescent as you breathe out. Left arm high, inhale. Revolved half moon, exhale. Shiva squat, breathe in. So we're moving a little quicker. Airplane as you breathe out. Pause here in airplane. We're gonna come up to a single-legged mountain. Left knee lifts, arms come up. And then from here, set up a figure 4, bringing the outer edge of the left foot onto the top of the right thigh. Keep the spine relatively straight. Ooh, as you hinge back through your hips, getting hot in here. Hands can come to your heart or to your hips. If you want a little bit more of a lever, you reach the arms forward. We're gonna come back to that single leg mountain. Left knee and arms come up. From here, we're gonna find a single leg squat. So I'll turn to the side to show it. You're gonna bend your right knee, tap the left toes down without putting any weight in that left foot, and then come right back to your single leg mountain. Single leg squat, bend the right knee, tap the left toes, single leg mountain. 3 more. I'm gonna suggest inhale on the way down. Exhale, push up through that right leg. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out, hold it here. And then we're gonna turn this into dancer. Lever that left foot back, catch the inside of your left foot. Point the left knee straight down to start. Find a big stretch through your quads, the front of the left hip and thigh. And then start to pick into your hand for your dancer pose. Ujjayi pranayama, little constriction in the back of your throat. See if you can be really friendly to yourself. For some reason today, this practice feels like kind of like I'm moving through mud. Some days are like that. If we want to be consistent in life, we've got to make peace with not every one of our practices, every time we do something that we care about working out perfectly. In the long run, consistency oftentimes wins. Give yourself a lot of credit, however your practice is unfolding. Keep the left hand and the left foot connected, but come back toward that quad stretch. Start to engage your left leg. So we're going to turn this into an active quad stretch. Release the left foot, try and keep that left leg where it was. Okay, we're left knee forward, arms up, breathe in. Dragonfly twist. Left hand goes down as the left foot steps back. Stay here or start to pivot onto the outer edges of both of your feet, onto the knife edges of both of your feet. Shimmy your right foot toward the middle back of your mat and lift your hips. Reach the right arm forward. Stay there or bring your right toes back behind you for wild thing. Nice big inhale, lift the hips, lift the heart. Exhale to chaturanga or straight into downward facing dog, moving real smooth through your vinyasa, resetting. When you get to down dog, stay there. Let's take a big reset breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. All right, left leg right into it, breathe in. Step forward as you breathe out. Standing split is the inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Stay in Vira 2, open the chest, turn the palms, breathe in. Pivot the right heel, open arm crescent, twist as you breathe out. Revolved crescent, reach the right arm up on the inhale. Revolved half moon as you exhale, stay here, breathe in. Shiva squat as you breathe out, find your balance, inhale. Airplane on the exhale. We're gonna lever that right knee forward, reach the arms up, single-legged mountain, breathe in. We've got that single leg squat, bring your hands to your heart, bend your left knee, tap the right toes, and not to put weight in the right foot. So variation, if you need a little bit more support, you bring that right foot down. Push into your left leg, single-legged mountain. Inhale, single-legged squat. 3 more, inhale, exhale, single-legged mountain. Inhale, single-legged squat. 2 more times. Sometimes just breathe in whatever way is working out for you. Then next time you find that single leg mountain, hold. Find your figure 4. Cross the right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Send your hips back and down. Keep drawing the abdominals in, letting that right knee get heavy. Slow motion, right knee comes up, arms come up on the inhale. Find your quad stretch, bring the right foot back, catch your right foot with your right hand, point the right knee straight down. Take a few breaths there. Maybe you find even a little tuck to the tailbone if you're not feeling much here. Stretch your right hip flexors, stretch the right quads, and then kick into your dancer pose. Set your eyes to one spot. If the balance feels relatively easy today, you can connect the left thumb and the left index finger and take your eyes up. Keep hold of your right foot, but bring your spine back through neutral, point the right knee straight down. Hug the right heel into your right butt. And then maybe you'll use the right leg. Keep that active stretch as you release the right arm comes up. Back to single-legged mountain, inhale. Dragonfly twist as you exhale. Stay here, pivot your toes toward the left. Walk that left foot back a bit. Lift the hips, left arm goes forward. Stay here, or bring the left toes back behind you for wild thing. Nice long inhale. Vinyasa, you know what to do. Moving with your breath. From downward facing dog, we're gonna put that all together, but add on at the very top. So lift the heels, look forward, look toward your pinky fingers, step walk or hop your feet outside of your pinkies, right into bear pose. Arms can come forward, hands can come to your heart, or the arms can come out to more of an airplane shape. Bring your ribs and your belly between your thighs. Hold here or lift your left heel. Alternate heels if you choose. So either keep both heels down or alternate lifting heels. Try and keep everything else still if you're lifting your heels. For 5. For 4. Bear hold in 3, 2, 1. Hold there, take it low, breathe in. Stay for the breath out and stand all the way up on the inhale. Hook your thumbs over your head, bend your elbows, pull the arms back. Hands to your heart. Feet are a little wider than your hips here. Stay here, big breath in. Big breath out. Reach your arms up on the inhale. Bow forward as you empty. Option to come into crow pose. Give the legs a little break. Just for 5, 4. Maybe you're in a halfway stretch or a plank. 3, 2, chaturanga on 1. We will meet up in downward facing dog. Good news, we're gonna put that sequence together and then start to cool it down. So right leg high, breathe in. Step forward as you breathe out, standing split, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Take a breath in, open the chest and the heart. Pivot the back heel, open arm crescent, exhaling. Revolved crescent, finish your inhale, maybe you look up. Revolved half moon, long exhale, set it up, stay in half moon, breathe in. Shiva squat, breathe out. Find the pose, take a breath in. Airplane as you empty. Lever the left knee forward, single-legged mountain on the inhale. Single-legged squat, tap the toe down, stay here, big breath in. Back to single-legged mountain, breathe out. 4 more times, inhale down. Exhale up. Down for 3. And up. Down for 2. Big lift. Last one, single-legged mountain to figure 4. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Bring that knee up. We're skipping dancer this time. Inhale. Dragonfly twist as you empty. Big breath in. Stay here or straight to wild thing. From wild thing, option to bring the right elbow and the right knee together for a wild thing crunch. Inhale, wild thing. 2 more optional wild thing crunches. Exhale, squeeze. Woo, 1 more, breathe in. Breathe out. The wild thing on the inhale. We're gonna bring the right hand down, right knee, left elbow as you exhale. Kick that right leg out to the left, lift the left arm up. Option to lift the right foot up, pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, stay in this dancing warrior, drop that foot down. Pivot your hips all the way down, turn toward the back of the mat, and then bring your hands to your feet. Hold forward in a straddle variation. Most likely your feet are, or your legs are about 90-degree angle instead of a really big wide straddle. Keep your legs flip back to the center, tee out your arms, and we're going to twist one hand to the opposite foot. A little rotation here. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Little active recovery for the legs. We're going to come all the way back to dancing warrior. Right hand comes down, left arm lifts up, lift the hips high, breathe in. Bring the left hand down, three-legged dog. Right leg goes all the way back. Inhale. Step both feet between the thumbs as you exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Fold forward and breathe out. All the way up on the in-breath. Lightning chair this time. Find your upper back, squeeze the shoulders together. Chair pose option to lift onto the toes, breathe in. Lightning chair option to drop the heels or keep them lifted as you breathe out. 3 more times, inhale. Exhale. Pump the breath, inhale. Exhale. Last time, breathe in. Stay low as you breathe out. If you're still on your heels, try and stand all the way up on the heels. Squeeze the legs together. And then fold forward, maybe still on your toes, or you drop the heels down. Halfway stretch or crow pose just for the inhale. Chaturanga as you empty. Work your way to downward facing dog. Home stretch. We've got that whole thing on the left. So exciting. Left leg high. Breathe in. Step forward, standing splits. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, big step to warrior 2. Stay here, take a breath in. Pivot the right heel, open arm crescent on the breath out. Revolved crescent, inhale. Revolved half moon as you exhale, find the pose, stick it on the in-breath. Shiva squat as you exhale, find the pose, breathe in. Airplane, breathe out. All right, single-legged mountain, inhale. Figure 4, exhale. Back to single-legged mountain. I can't remember if we did that on the other side. I'm not sure we did. All right, hands to heart. Tap the right toes down, bend the knees. Stay here, big breath in. Exhale, back to single-legged mountain. 4 more times. Inhale down. Exhale up. The exhales give you a little bit more power. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Dragonfly twist, right hand down, left arm lifts. Start to work your way toward wild thing here. Option to add 3 of those wild thing crunches, left knee, left elbow. Wild thing, open it up. Left knee, left elbow, squeeze through the obliques. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Bring that top hand down, left knee, right elbow, shoot it out to the right. Make space if you need to, stay there. Or pulse that right foot. 5, 4, plug into your low belly. 3, 2, we're gonna set the outer edge of the left foot down and then find your seat, your straddle forward fold, bowing forward. Take a few rounds of breath here. Work your way back to dancing warrior. Left hand down, lift the hips, lift the right arm, breathe in. Right hand down, left leg kicks all the way back. This is it. Nice long inhale. Step both of your feet to the top as you empty straight to chair pose. Breathe in. Lightning chair. Lift your heels. Stay here. Hug the inner thighs together energetically like you're squeezing a firm throw pillow between your thighs. Bring your hands to your heart. Point the knees forward, lift the chest up. Start to lower your hips to your heels for a little toe stand. Bringing your shoulders over your hips and bringing the leg bones parallel to the floor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit your butt down. Stretch the legs out in front of you. Maybe wiggle them out a little bit. Reach your arms up over your head. And then fold forward. Totally okay to soften the knees here. You can start to let the body melt a little bit. Notice the temperature change of your skin, temperature change of your core temp. Start to roll up to a seat, or unroll up to a seat rather, I should say. Bring your hands back behind you, bend your knees, plant your feet, and then lift the hips up, finding a reverse table here. In reverse table, you have the option with the feet underneath the knees, hips distance apart, to lift the right knee and then the left knee. Lift the hips and then lower the hips down right into boat hold. So this is our last sequence. Core work, so abdominals and hips. Plant the hands, reverse table, lift the hips. Option to march one knee, then the other knee. Lift high, breathe in. Lower down, boat as you breathe out, hold. Reverse table, feet down, hands down, hips up. Option to march. Lift the hips, big breath in. Boat pose as you breathe out, hold for 5. Last boat, 4, 3, 2, one more reverse table, one more reverse table. Option to march. Both feet down, lift your hips. Take a big breath in, maybe lion's breath on the exhale. Stick your tongue out, try and touch your chin and cross your eyes. One more, breathe and press the floor away. Pull out any last little bits of strength. Lion's breath as you exhale. Lower the hips down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Find Baddha Konasana. You can bring your thumbs to the inner arches of your feet. Maybe give the inner arches of your feet a little, very slow, gentle massage. Close the eyes down or soften your gaze. Let the head hang. An option to nod the chin just about centimeter to the right, centimeter to the left. Kind of just let it shake out gently. Maybe you increase that range of motion, but keep it smooth and slow, relaxing the joint at the base of your skull, that axial occipital joint. And start to lift the head, the neck, the chest. Bring your right knee and stretch the left leg out. Right ankle crosses over the top of the left thigh. Sit up really tall here for a moment. Big breath in and then twist. Hook the left elbow outside of the right knee, right fingers or hand back behind you. Find a tall spine here and then use all of that length of your spine as an axis to twist. And start to lengthen your exhales. So optional, inhale for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 6, maybe through pursed lips. I'll cue a couple, but you can play with that for yourself for a moment. Look forward, take a breath in, and then swap out your legs. Left ankle outside of right thigh. Hook the left knee with the right elbow, twist. Soften or close your eyes. Optional, inhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pursed lips, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forward, inhale for 4. Release your legs, 2, 1. Work your way to Shavasana, bringing your knees into your chest perhaps for a moment and circling the knees over your hips in space. Letting your body naturally move you towards stillness. Take the first few moments to adjust, to shift. Notice all the points where your body Just resting on the surface beneath you. And try and stay here, trusting that you did enough in your practice, knowing that taking these last few moments for yourself is not only so good for our minds and our spirits, but also gives your body physiologically, gives your body a chance to start to shift into that reparative and recovery side of your metabolism. Now, ultimately doing this makes the impact and the effectiveness of your practice that much stronger. And stay here, just surrendering to stillness. Listen for my voice in just a few moments to close our practice. You can stay here a little longer. Sip in a deep breath through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, let it go. And start to invite some gentle movement into your body. Nod your head, wiggle your fingers and toes. Being deliberate about your transition from your back to a seat. So really treating every little bit of that transition as a micro yoga pose. Staying connected to the sensations in the body. When you land, bring your hands to your heart. Find that tall spine, that strong back once more. And that openness, that expansiveness across the chest. Bring your thumbs to your forehead, third eye center. Gentle bow of the chin to the chest as we honor this practice of yoga and one another by saying namaste. Thank you for sharing some time with me, for taking care of yourself in such a perhaps intense way. Keep taking care of yourself. I hope to see you again real soon.